A group of inmates from the Nueces County Jail could be transferred to another facility as early as the end of the week. County commissioners recently approved the move of 40 inmates to help with overpopulation concerns over at the jail. Costs estimated to be about $80,000. That is $80,000 a month for the transfer. You might recall it was last month when the jail was found not to be in compliance following an inspection by the Texas Commission on Jail Standards. Sheriff J.C. Hooper said the findings were directly related to elements created by overpopulation. The jail has been struggling with capacity limits for several months now as a result of a backup in the courts because of COVID-19. The sheriff telling us today an agreement with Nueces County has been finalized to receive 20 inmates by the end of the week. An agreement with Victoria County is still in the works, where the other inmates will be sent. Two visitors at the Nueces County Jail and McKenzie Annex were arrested over the weekend for bringing drugs into the facility. According to Sheriff Hooper, over 300 family members and friends visited with inmates over the weekend. Both of the people were arrested. In a Facebook post, Hooper congratulated his team for keeping the facility safe.